Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Vampire the Masquerade Independence. On tonight's scene we open up on the warehouse region of the city where a large black BMW bike has pulled up, the rider of which had contacted various other people, welcome back Lucas, about attending. Everly would definitely have gotten a call or a text being like, hey, there's going to be a party around here, meet at this time, bring cool people. Lucas would have probably also been contacted, and Aveline would have probably already been dragged along on the bike.
Would Aveline have her instruments, or would she have been told not bring them?
Well, Say's not exactly going to be like, no, you can't bring them, but she is bringing an iPod sound system. Well,
Aveline's bringing her instruments either way. Probably just the guitar and a little amplifier.
and the duo would arrive around the time that she'd said to the others. And she just kicks out the stand for her bike and lets it lean on that with a foot on the ground, turning the engine off.
And Aveline kind of swiveling on her seat a little after just barely letting go of. Say we'll look over at the building. So, who else did you invite?
She shrugged. Just some friends.
Some friends. What kind of friends?
The ones that I get on with.
And she'll just shrug.
And around that time, he would see a familiar green vehicle pull up. Lucas's vehicle, to be exact. And he would park it, turn it off, and kind of open the driver's side to get out and wave. Like, he's still, like, kind of has the door open, he's just standing there.
And Say waves back. Hey, keep the engine running. I'm going to break into this place soon.
And he'll give a thumbs up.
Microphone.
Aveline's kind of face palming at this.
And Say gets off a bike, opening one of the side boxes, pulling out a crowbar as she makes her way across to one of the metal sliding doors on her warehouse.
Meanwhile, Lucas is turning on his vehicle again.
There's the sound of another motorcycle fast approaching. Vroom vroom, motherfucker. If you all look, you'll see the familiar, well, at least semi-familiar, Cheshire Cat helmet with somebody else on the back pull up the red Harley from the, I believe I said 50s, refurbished. She'll park it, hop off, take off of her helmet, and of course, surprise, it's Eve.
Just in time to see clink, and the crowbar snaps forward slightly, breaking the padlock off this warehouse door.
Oh, what is this? Does Eve pull up next to the other motorcycle or Lucas's car?
I'm gonna say next to their motorcycle.
Ah, dang it. Okay.
And Aveline's going to give a bit of a wistful whistle at the motorcycle. Lots of beauty it is. How'd you get that?
Actually, I found it in a salvage heap, and then I had Eddie fix it up. Eddie's pretty cool. He's good at that.
Eddie has some pretty good handiwork.
Hey, you never said that about my bike.
And she's gonna kind of glance on over. I would, but I thought it was unspoken knowledge, if anything.
Hey,
Sorry
I
if I've never
really did
complimented your bike.
Hey, I never really did saddle. And she grins, pulling open the large corrugated metal door.
And Avelyn's,
Meanwhile, Lucas is slowly creeping up behind Eve's bike in his car.
Avelyn's probably sat on the bike a little bit cross-legged while looking at Everly and Crimson. So I want to talk to your mother. So that's all done and dealt with.
Good, good. Yeah, she's a bitch. Eve shrugs.
I found her rather pleasant. It was just her company that worried me.
Who?
Jack Fox.
Oh.
I didn't think I'd see him down here, to be honest.
Fucking hell, you didn't mouth off, right?
That would be... Do you know his reputation?
Yes.
It would have been suicide.
How do you know Jack?
Let's see. I was from Chicago. I was a ghoul there. His reputation kind of came on by.
You were in Chicago? I was in Chicago. That's weird.
And Evelyn will just give a bit of a shrug. Yeah, I was there for at least a few months before. And she's gonna kind of point at her teeth when she says that. Before that.
Cool, cool. She looks back at her bike, kind of curious if Crimson has gotten off of it yet, or if he's just sitting there.
Oh, he had gotten off of it and walked slowly up behind her. Working a brow at the talk about this Jack person.
How close is Lucas?
He hit my bike.
No. He is, like, with his experience, he is at a point where it's, like, really close, but it's, like, probably, like, 2 feet away from the bikes, or Eve's bike.
Either way, he's gonna turn around and get that close. Oi, watch it! You know how hard it is to get those parts?
I'm only messing with you. I would never hit your bike. Why would I do that?
Good, because I'd pop your neck. She's like putting her fists up like me. Tiny
Oh,
little
so you
thing.
are wait. Oh, so you are your mother's daughter.
She glares, her hands on her hips.
Hey
Lucas is
guys,
skeptical.
why don't we talk about all this inside?
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
But somebody's got to move their bikes first. Grin.
Don't look at me. Not my bike. And Evelyn's...
They assume sitting back on a bike, sticking the crowbar back into the side box. He guns the engine and drives on inside of the warehouse.
Evelyn just maybe riding along because she felt too lazy to actually walk in.
Eve actually turns to Crimson with a playful smirk. You want to ride it on in?
And he'll give a smirk at that, and sure, why not?
And she'll actually let Crimson take the wheel for once, or, well, not the wheel so much as the handlebars for once. She'll ride bitch.
And he's very, very careful, taking his time with this.
Well, this is a change, isn't it? She says over his shoulder, and she'll actually, like, basically try to get him back for the first time she drove this bike. Don't believe that
What?
needed description.
I thought you would.
The inside of the warehouse looked like it was actually in use this time. There were crates stacked and scattered on pallets and lots of cheap-looking metal shelves just holding various bits and pieces. It was probably some sort of transit hub for a large corporation. Still, there was enough room inside for all 3 vehicles, and there was a slightly nice echo reverb from pretty much every sound. And Say pulls her bike up, kicks the stand out, and turns the engine off before hopping off. Hi, welcome to the latest creative space, guys.
Aveline's actually gonna activate her hind senses and look for any source security. I probably should have pulled up her sheet.
And when Lucas parks, he's gonna leave like about 5 feet between the bikes and his vehicle.
Just 5 feet? I'm kidding.
5 feet minus like 3 feet. Kidding.
Oh yeah, that's funny though.
Get very uncomfortably close to the bike. Dun.
Oh, yeah.
So perception or alertness to see if she sees anything.
That would be a perception alertness for seeing.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to roll it.
Yeah, I was trying to get my dice up to make sure I had 5 dice.
You
Oh.
don't see anything.
I am clueless if there's anything.
Well, I mean, the fact that the door was padlocked probably means that there's no other security. Like, that makes sense to Aveline.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
So, Aveline is probably going to go grab her amplifier and go into the bike, grab the amplifier, and just kind of set it down on the ground near the bike.
Meanwhile, Say is unpacking her MP3 sound system and scooching Aveline away from the amp so that she can plug her MP3 stuff into it.
And Aveline's going to give you a kind of sad look, but she'll let you take over her amplifier to plug the iPod into it.
Meanwhile, Lucas, when he gets out of his truck, the car, he is probably gonna go with his art bag. He's gonna go to one of the crates closer to the group and sit down on the ground with his back on the crate and pull out his sketchbook.
Yeah.
So, Everly,
This
is the Mr. Cobb we were talking about earlier, right? I just want to make sure I asked about the right one.
No, it is.
Lucas
Right.
looks up after hearing Cobb.
I don't think so. Why?
Hello, Lucas. I'm
And
not what
Lucas
you
will
think I am.
brow. Well, at the hello, Lucas will arch your brow and say, "Hello, Aveline." Raise the brow.
So, the person with the gun, was he invited?
Well, Linux, no. Why the fuck would I invite her?
For a second there, I thought you were going to say Rain. Wait,
Oh no, Rick's cool.
hold
No,
on.
I'm fine with Rain. It's just...
I'm trying to remember if Rain actually told Lucas what happened. No, I don't think she did. Never mind.
Yeah.
Eve knows, and she just kind of goes, eh.
Yeah, my bad. Disregard Lucas's comment.
Well, because of that, I had a nice little appointment with Everly's mom, and it's all done and dealt with.
Stay, meanwhile, is stood flicking through across on the MP3 player that she's got. She curls hair over her ear before hitting play, and some old punk rock starts playing, which she immediately begins bopping along to.
And actually, at this point, Lucas stand up, going up to Evelyn, and be like, he's got his arms crossed, and he's like, "Wait, so you've been a Wait, you're a vampire or ghoul? What?
And she's just gonna kind of open her mouth and extend her fangs a bit before closing her mouth again.
Lucas is gonna sigh like, I am so oblivious. Wait a second. Then how come your aura is... Lucas is gonna shake his head.
She'll give a bit of a shrug. I learned a few tricks back in Chicago.
Yeah. I don't know too much.
It would have been a good
about
act, but then again, I kept attracting the roses to me.
Say grins and waves at Lucas.
And she's gonna gesture over it. Say, like her.
All
Like-
the roses. What's the matter with all the roses? Lucas will...
There's like 3 roses here. Easy.
And she'll just kind of giggle a bit. Well, it's just like every time I play music, they would just appear.
Oh yeah, funny that, isn't it?
Oh. It's also kind of proven that I probably need to step back from it for a little bit.
Much appreciated. You play a little too well, hun.
Too well. And
Oh,
she's
yeah.
actually giving you a look at that.
Too well. Because
Too well.
I can't listen to it without getting stunned. And I like you and all. You haven't done anything to me, but it's really shitty to be a Toreador when you're stunned around a vampire who's not somebody that you're bloodbound to.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what they're capable of.
Dave's currently bouncing and bopping slightly with the punk music that's playing. Yeah, it's alright when you're in private with someone that you know and like, but out in public it's a bit inconvenient.
Did you know, and Eve starts to dance a little bit too. While she's dancing, she's talking. Did you know that there was a Toreador, at least like a dozen of us probably it's happened to, if not more,
I know.
who
because I'm whispering
got
it.
stunned because of our flaw, is what I'll call it. And she keeps dancing. Because they saw the sunrise, and it was so beautiful they couldn't move, and they fucking died.
Oh yeah, I heard a story like that too.
I did as
Yeah.
well.
Yep.
I was actually wondering about it because they thought that was going to be my weakness.
Wait, you're not a Toreador?
It must be close.
Nope.
No, Malcav.
Okay.
Malkavian.
I see.
Gideon's is fucking sweet. I know, like, one. Actually, no, I know more than one.
I know one Malkavian in this town in... 3.
Well,
I
I
knew
know
2.
Oh. Who are the 2 that you know? Well, Jack.
Lennox and Jack.
Oh, yeah, Lennox. Right, she's a Malkavian. Yeah, that explains the gun, doesn't it?
And she's
I just
gonna be kind of rubbing her temples at that.
Lucas is gonna just look to them. So what did I miss exactly? I seem to miss a lot of things.
You know that lovely little ability called Spirit Sight?
Uh-huh.
Along those
Yep.
lines? Well, I tried to check our friendly neighborhood anarch over there. She's gonna gesture over at Stay.
She grins
Uh,
and waves.
It may have backfired.
I can adopt you.
And considering most of the people that were surrounding me at that point knew what that ability was, that blew my cover rather quickly.
Hey, it's happened to me as well.
I should have chosen a better time to do it, to be honest.
I don't think I've ever had backlash from that ability.
You can spar.
Yet.
Hey, Everly, have you heard of Hailstorm?
Hailstorm?
Fucking yes, I've heard of Hailstorm.
Fucking right, I'm going to put that shit on right now. And then pirate metal starts playing out of the speaker.
Oh my god, she starts dancing, and that's my successes for that. I was trying to figure out when she was going to actually say it. It's perfect! She starts dancing, and she'll look at Crimson, and she's like, come on, babe, dance.
To then he's just going to go along with her because so far he's just been staying there listening, giving nods here and there, agreeing with what was being said. When
My dance roll.
Charisma performance still.
Mm-hmm.
And
Actually, I did
difficulty.
Dex performance. Did I do charisma?
you could probably do either one.
I did
Whichever.
Dex.
I do
Higher.
charisma because Say's just like pretty much bopping because she doesn't really dance that much.
Well, Eve's in the band, so she has to learn to dance and play guitar and shit. So you know. Real quick. Apparently, we need to do Lucas's nightmare roll. What is the roll for that?
Tara went
Willpower?
over it the other day.
Your bonus.
It's
I
I think
believe you said willpower, difficulty 7.
Yep. Roll yo nightmares while we're dancing it up. Oh, Crimson's
Okay.
out. Crimson's out dancing Eve. What the fuck?
Can you guys not see it? You guys can't
Okay.
see my dice,
I'm
can you?
dancing all of y'all with my 3 10s.
Samantha, what is his dice?
She can't hear you. She's skyping with another friend.
Damn it. I was
Do you
gonna
guys
be
want
like,
to roll it
"Fact
for me, or
What? You can't roll your dice?
no? I can. It's just it's not showing up.
how many dice?
Yeah, I'm
Six.
say we'll just trust you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I trust you. So.
Okay. Then I got 4 successes.
All right.
You're
So
totally
that-
fine.
You're not seeing shit right now, but you did probably have a nightmare.
Okay.
But you know.
Man, everyone's out dancing Aveline at the moment.
Except for Lucas. Lucas went back to his crate, and he's actually. You kind of just see him drawing, but he'll like if you look at him at all, like he'll look up a couple times, like after, like he'll sketch a little something, look up, then sketch.
You're saying, Amelia?
What?
I heard him saying something, but
Oh, Matt, what'd you say? Nothing, I guess. We can't hear him. Oh, Eve's gonna look at Crimson. So I'm glad you don't look like Thranduil anymore.
I'm glad I don't look like that myself. He has a look on his face like he's not entirely sure who that was.
Remember that movie? And she's still dancing, by the way. Remember that movie we were watching the other night, you know, with the little short dude and all the other little short dudes that are a little bit bigger than him? And they were they were going to that mountain because that asshole dragon took their mind.
It's like, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. Well, remember the elf that was on the stag and he just kind of like epically turned away when they needed help? That
Okay,
guy.
I do know what you're talking about. Oh,
That guy. That was you. Oh shit, we lost her.
host.
Are we still live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aveline's probably just very casually kind of dancing off to the side, maybe even kind of slowly approaching Say,
Okay, I'm
who
back.
apparently is out dancing the fuck out of her.
I had a minor connectivity issue apparently.
It's okay. Glad you
Yep.
could get back in though.
As I was saying, Charlie, you actually heard Ailstorm.
You're gonna have to link it to me.
I'll give you a link.
I love Hailstorm. Dave knows
It's
that.
one of those things where I'm like, Aveline would probably have heard about it, not me, because I'm stupid.
Ailstorm are fucking amazing.
Ooh, Eve's gonna be like, she's gonna look at Say and she's gonna go, "Do you have love bites? Because if you have love bites, oh my god." I'm just gonna keep dancing.
What, by Def Leppard?
No! Hailstorm!
Oh, right. You sick. Okay, I think we may have had wires crossed here. Say said hailstorm, not hailstorm.
I heard hailstorm. God damn it.
Well, we'll just say hailstorm then.
Both are good. Either way.
Yeah, see, I tried to look for it, but I thought it was said hailstorm too.
Yeah. Okay. I've derped myself. Well, either way, both are good.
Yep, but there is definitely pirate metal being played.
Yes, which is also very, very good.
See, I knew what he was talking about.
Well,
See,
see,
Dave gets me.
well, yeah, I knew what you were talking about too. I know what hailstorm is. It was just I heard hailstorm.
So with MP3 player in hand, she's flicking through, looking for the song you've mentioned whilst out dancing Aveline next to her. Which is strange per se, because normally she's not that good of a dancer. Maybe it's because this is her genre.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, Lucas has a dance yet. He's just drawing you guys dancing. Wait.
Aveline's not used to dancing to this sort of music at all. Especially when you compare her to, say, it's kind of a little bit more blunt, but she's trying the best she can.
Somewhere in the middle of like rocking out there with Crimson and everything, Eve is gonna look at Say and go, "Hey, you got any like spray paint?"
Oh, are you kidding me? I got loads.
I need to make something. I need to paint.
Hey, it's a free creative space. There's a bunch over in my bike.
Oh my god, you're a lifesaver. And she like
Paint wherever you want. I don't care.
she completely at this point like blows Crimson off as far as dancing. Sorry, because I forgot about that thing I have to do. And she runs over and starts picking through the spray paint. And because they're listening to Ailstorm, she's going to start painting like this. At least try to spray paint this huge like boat on the waves with like some like kind of like in a storm with like maybe like a big kraken or something. I'm going to roll for that. Would that be crafts, I'm guessing?
That's how I've been rolling it.
Yeah. Crafts in what?
Ooh, tempted to say either charisma or like wits or something.
What's she trying to do?
Paint.
Let's see.
What would you say for painting?
Oh, is she rather than just painting something? Is she expressing herself? Like is
Yes.
okay? Then it would probably be, I would say, charisma expression.
Okay.
Because that's what I roll when Say gets inspired, and it's not just I'm going to paint something because.
One success.
It's quite good, but there's like little things all over the place that Eve just can't get out of her head, and they're just incredibly wrong to her.
Oh yeah. And afterwards, she's actually gonna like punch her creation because she's mad. She's starting to get really frustrated. God damn it! Can't I fucking do anything anymore? And she just kind of like throws the can.
This way is where my transmission is.
She walks back over to Crimson and kind of hugs him,
Me too.
whining.
Oh fuck.
What is this?
Oh thank Christ.
Forgot.
How
You
do you
just
keep
graffiti.
sliding onto the necklace?
Hey,
No.
that's pretty good.
It's not right. Like, look at those waves. They're all wrong, and it's just...
Hey, welcome to art, girl.
Oh, it's not even that. It's like... And then she picks up more spray paint. And now she's gonna try again. On another wall.
Lucas kind of in his front he's still trying to draw out what he's drawing, but he's just like, yeah, maybe it's because you're not used to the new style of. I assume this is your first time spray painting? Question mark. He'll leave that as a question.
Yeah, but it hasn't been just spray paint. It's like the last 2 nights. It's been like, oh, I'm gonna go and paint my room like I always do and draw on my walls. Well, yeah, it didn't work. I couldn't draw anything. You don't even know. I spent the entire night, and I even stayed up later than I should have. I think the sun might have come up. I don't know. But I spent all that time. I had to repaint my bedroom 3 times and drew all over the walls, and there was just nothing.
You repainted your room 3 times in one night?
Yeah.
That's some fast drying paint.
Yeah, didn't exactly wait for it to dry. Maybe that was part of the problem.
Oh, hey, that'd be a good idea for a painting.
Aveline's kind of sat back down and with her guitar, not even really plugged into an amplifier. She's probably strumming along a couple of just kind of little songs. Right now, more or less practicing while watching the rest of you. I'm not actually going to make a...
Go ahead, finish up with you.
I was just going to say, I'm not going to make a performance roll yet because she's more or less just drumming and kind of testing stuff.
Hey, come check this out. And she puts the MP3 player down on the amp, just letting it play through the playlist of Ailstorm. And she moves over the bike, pulling out a bit of poster board, sticking it down and starting to grab bits of cans of spray paint and the bits of card and wood that she's got stashed in the side of the bike as well. I've got an idea of what you can do with your wet paint.
She rushes it. Well, not rushes over, but she goes over pretty quickly and kind of kneels, crouches to look.
And starts spray painting. At first, it just looks like splotches of colour that are kind of haphazardly put on, but she puts a pan lid on it and sprays black around that and flicks white paint and then pulls the pan off and it looks like it's a planet in space, and she's scraped some of the black paint off so it looks like a city skyline.
Eve's just staring.
The whole process maybe 2 minutes.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait, no, you guys.
Oh.
I do not stare at my own artwork.
Eve doesn't get done by your artwork, but she is staring at it. That is fucking cool. I want to try that.
Hi, feel free. She goes and grabs another bit of poster board and just sticks it down in front of Eve.
Sometime I'll have to try out spray painting. Kind of observing both of the two of them. She's still kind of strumming along on her guitar. I only really touched acrylics and watercolors and all that.
Well, while listening to the music, Eve picks colors and patterns that in her head sound like the music, so lots of blues and grays, sea kind of colors if we're still on the same band. And she tries to use the same kind of techniques that Aveline used. Or not Aveline, I'm sorry, Say used. Your window.
I'm not a painter.
Well, neither's really Eve. She just knows a little bit about painting.
Oh.
Painting, you say?
Eve's a rocker. Punk rocker. But either way, she tries to make something that use the black in a way to make a ship sailing through outer space, making the waves look like stars, like the night sky, but waves. And again, it's not good enough. Even with one success, it's not good enough to Eve. She just shakes her head in frustration, and she kind of rubs her face, which means she gets some like paint on herself.
And Eve slides over slightly. Hi, come on, let's make this into a cooperative effort. Come on. Pass us the red.
He passes it over.
And Say joins in and brings her own particular expertise and helps Steve out a bit.
Yay!
And I've linked something in the chat which is pretty much what Say did right in front of Eve's eyes.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen that. Eve's gonna, like, look over at Crimson. And like, hey, what do you think of this one? And she's kind of pointing at it.
Say's doing bunny ears behind Eve's head.
He's just gonna give a bit of a nod, and as he's watching these two work. Although it's probably lost on him because he doesn't do this sort of thing.
Aveline's just kind of observing all this and kind of a little bit envious of the painting skills. We'll kind of just wander on over with her guitar and lean to see how she's doing it.
And once both those paintings were done, Say would slide the one that she did across to Eve. Here, you take this one.
Eve picks it up. Just kind of stares at it. I'm gonna have to roll self-control again, aren't I?
No, you've already rolled it for that piece.
Oh, never mind. She's just looking at it like, wow.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to roll every time I look up over at that wall that you painted.
I know. And she's gonna look at Caesar and she's like, this is just... fucking hell, this is so sweet. See, this is why I need you to do that wall in my coffee shop.
Oh, I'm free this weekend, so I'll come around and do it.
Sweet. Hopefully you can get it done before my open mic. I'd like that to be, like, the backdrop.
Oh, yeah, no worries. I've got an idea in mind.
Epic.
When is the open mic?
She's gonna give a random day in the weekend, but later today.
So, am I still allowed to go?
Why wouldn't you be?
I didn't know if you wanted me performing there or not after,
No.
being told I played too well.
Title. Wary. That's a dumb title, but I love it.
She kind of face palms a little bit, and she's like, it's cool. It's open mic. I'm taking on the risk of getting stunned by a bunch of people anyway.
Oh joy, you'll hear Lucas mumble in the distance.
And I'm sure her boyfriend's going to be around to help her out if someone decides that she's nice and tasty.
Always nice to have someone to help you snap out of it. And Aveline's gonna wander back over to the box she was sitting on and start strumming her guitar again.
Yeah, it helps if the one that's going to snap you out of it isn't the one that put you into it.
Sorry! And Aveline's gonna just give a shit-eating grin. I can't help it.
Dweeb.
Could always wear earplugs or something.
She sticks her tongue out at Aveline before turning her attention back to Eve. Hey, if you want to swing by and just watch me whilst I'm painting, I'll try and teach you a few things.
Might do. I don't usually do painting and stuff. I mean, sometimes I draw and paint on my walls, like, in my flat, because I don't like blank walls.
Oh.
but I mostly do song lyrics and guitar and stuff like that. That's like what I'm better at, but I don't know, it's like ever since that night, Crimson, and she looks at him, that night that shit didn't work, or maybe worked too well, I haven't been able to do my thing.
What stuff?
Beyblood.
And she's gonna look right over at Crimson. That was the stuff that your bartender told me about. No, said no. Sure.
Tell them they're stupid.
When Eve says Fable, Lucas is immediately gonna look up and to say, wait, I thought that was a big no-no.
Well, she kind of shuffles over to Crimson, kind of stands beside him, kind of looking like a,
Okay, so
kind of like she's in trouble. Like, oh, well, maybe I said it was bad, but...
I thought, wait, can Lucas assume that the Fable ever came from Kaylee? Is that...
Probably,
Hey, boy.
there's only one Fae.
I know, I'm just saying. I thought, wait, he's just kind of like stuttering, like, didn't Kaylee say she didn't, like, I don't know.
Well,
Kaylee?
see, nobody really knew what was going to happen if we drank Fae blood. But see, Crimson got this really good idea. You want to tell him about it, Babe? She kind of nudges him.
Well, and glanced around and goes, the whole plan?
Tears his brow. I don't know, tell him what you want to tell him.
Okay.
You don't have to give him your recipe, just tell him what you did.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to. It'd be really bad if there were more than one person making that. At least for me. He goes, anyway. Fae blood on its own tastes like Fae blood. It tastes like blood. At least I imagine it does. I haven't had it myself, but I would imagine it's not very appetizing. Or not any more appetizing than any other blood. So I add a little something to it to make it more appetizing.
I see.
Can Abilene make an assumption of what you could add to blood to make it more appetizing? Like, is there anything I can roll for, like, a cult to be like, what would make blood even more appetizing to a person?
I'm not sure, Dave.
How long has your character been a vampire?
I'm just gonna say she was probably a ghoul for a year, a vampire for maybe a month.
You probably wouldn't know.
All right.
Yeah. You can ask. But, doesn't mean he has to tell you.
So, never mind. And she'll just kind of wave it off. Go on.
The end product is something that makes you hallucinate like acid for a human. And what Eve is experiencing, I would assume, would be the only side effects.
Yeah, but it didn't happen like the first 2 times.
Maybe you've had it too often in a short span of time.
Yeah.
It's not like drugs are always consistent either.
Yeah.
No matter where the origins.
Eve shrugs. Either way, it was fun. It's a good opportunity because you get to see things like they really are. Well, that last time I was in fucking Lord of the Rings, but she shrugged.
That must have been a fun trip. Did you go on an adventure?
No, I was in the halls of Mirkwood.
And Aveline's just gonna kind of look over at say, so there's a reason you didn't want me to take it.
Yes.
Say grins and shrugs.
Well, sounds like a rather big trip, to be honest.
Well, that was the first time that happened. But other times, I've only just seen things for what they really are. Like Crimson, hot as he already is, just looked better. And his eyes were, like, cool.
So sexy.
Yeah.
Lucas would laugh a little.
Still, that stuff sounds rather expensive, considering that when I was talking to the guy, he said if I was in a Camarilla, usually it'd require a boon to have it.
Yeah, but you're not Camarilla, so you could totally buy it off of him, right? And she nudges Crimson towards Aveline.
I don't have the money.
He doesn't usually just deal in money.
We're vampires. Money is no real object to us. We'll outlive its usefulness. Probably have to switch from one type of currency to another.
I
As,
figured.
as such, there could be other things I could use on a more regular basis.
Hey, you can switch currency just by going about 500 miles south.
Lucas would chuckle.
Thank you.
Well, I sort of didn't really want to take it anyways, but I'm not exactly sure what I'd offer you in return.
Say it's back dancing again with the MP3 player in hand. She's switched it up a bit now. It's more like 70s, actual 70s punk metal.
I'm gonna make a quick roll for what Lucas is drawing at the moment.
Look to him for a moment and say, I think I know what I would want from you.
That was good.
And she'll just kind of raise a brow. What would you want from little old me?
Quite simply, a very high definition of you performing.
A soundtrack of... So, you want me to perform a song? To the best of my ability and record it and then give it to you.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I'm not going to publish it or anything. I'm just going to hold on to that.
Hey, come on, guys. This is a creative space. Let's not talk business here.
And she'll just kind of chuckle a little bit and then strum a couple more notes on her guitar. Well, if I ever come by the equipment, I do believe I could try. I mean, I have recorded before.
I think I might know someone who can help us out with that.
And who would that be?
Wait, what'd you say, Kitty?
Oh, Eve was just going, it's totally worth it. Even though she just talked about having a bad trip.
Oh, there it is. I see it.
Oh, just a buddy of ours who I think I'm pretty sure could find something. Mr. Mitch Maverick, I'm pretty sure could help us out. Don't you agree, Eve? I looked at Eve.
Hey, you guys all need to stop dropping names that I don't fucking know, expecting me to be like, ooh, it's Mitch Maverick.
He's a Ventru. Came here when about the time I showed up.
Same here.
Oh, bloody hell,
Part of my
Avenger.
back in the day.
You don't want to hang out with Ventru, mate.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, for one, their own minds are usually on their own wallets over anyone else's.
Eh.
Ventru are like built
I
for
don't-
fucking over little people, mate.
What's the difference?
Lucas is shrugging, like,
I'll find a way to finance it on my own.
suit yourself.
If anything, I could always find one of my old recordings. This does sound like something I at least want to experience once. And she'll kind of hold up her finger. Anyways, she'll look back over to say, so, you wouldn't happen to know any sea shanties, would you? I mean, you were just playing, what was it? Pirate punk
Sea
or something?
Nah, mate,
Sea
that was
shanties.
Hailstorm. They're a metal band.
Well, I was just talking about, like, piratey music.
Oh, I can stick some more Hailstorm back on.
Well, there was one I remembered that I wanted to sing for a bit.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm just gonna roll my performance dice now.
Is she starting to play the guitar?
She is probably starting to play the guitar.
Okay, Say would actually walk over to her and close a hand around the neck of the guitar. Hey, Evelyn, let's just remember what I said, yeah? We'll give it a trial run today.
And she'll just kind of frown. A trial run?
Yeah, you know, the whole playing less in public because it's, you know, gonna get you noticed.
I didn't really think this counted as public, but if you insist.
Hey, it doesn't, but, you know, let's just start now, right?
I guess Aveline's gonna take her guitar off and kind of set it off to the side. Almost looking a bit agitated at that.
But she'll be dragged up to dance with Say again.
While those two are dancing, Eve's gonna turn to Crimson and go, "You wanna try to paint with me?"
And to that, he looks like he's gonna say something like, "No, I don't know how," but he changes his mind before any actual words come out and goes, "Sure."
She pulls him over to a wall, hands him a can of spray paint, and she's like, "Do it like this." And she starts, you know, spraying something. I guess she wants to do like a cooperative thing with him. And I think what she's going to start doing is to make a snake. So she's painting that. What is he going to paint?
He was actually thinking about doing the same thing. When he sees what she's starting, he's gonna help by making a different part of the snake.
Oh, there you are.
And Lucas is gonna finish as his scribbles, and he's like, "Huh, done." And I rolled 3 successes on that, and he's gonna probably walk over to Evelyn and show it to him, and be like, "So what do you think?" And basically, it's the 4 of them all doing their different dances, and it's kind of a style of they're not really like full body pictures, more like the lines kind of are flowing through them, kind of, and you see the different music notes around. I'm trying to think of, but yeah.
And Evelyn will probably stop her dancing to look over the drawing a bit more carefully. And she'll give a bit of a approving nod. I will say one thing, though. I look a little bit ridiculous. And she's going to point to the one that she assumes is her. Bloody hell, I almost looked like a chicken. What was I doing with my arms?
Nah, you look pretty hot, babe.
I'm just saying, the way I was dancing and made it look like I was doing that weird chicken dance. At least the way he's drawn it. And she'll just kind of glance in between the two of them. You actually look pretty graceful in this picture.
Oh my god.
Wow. Well, Dave, when you nice to you,
Everybody's rolling self-control. There's a torador.
What? What's happening?
Dave's just
Look at Crimson.
Holy fuck. Holy fuck.
And when he saw you using like stuff to guide the paint from before, he picked up a few random bits on the ground and would put them up onto the wall, and he'd spray over it, getting some of the paint on his hand, of course, and completely coat the whatever he was using as a stencil. Leave it there for a moment so it would dry, then pull it away. And he was using what looked like a broken piece of a window, and he would spray paint over it, lift it, spray paint over it again, lift it, and he used this to create the scales of the snake.
Aveline's jaw is probably dropping.
Yeah, Eve's jaw, even though she's got control, she is like drop. Stare.
Bloody hell, I didn't know you were an artist.
Hi, mate. That's
Lucas,
good.
Lucas does the same thing, but he's probably going to stare at it longer. And he's kind of mesmerized at first, but after a little while, he'll snap at him and be like, "God, hot damn! When did you learn how to draw?" Well, I guess I haven't never seen you draw before.
Eve's looking at him, she's like, I've known you since I was like 16 years old and I've never seen you draw. What the fuck?
A bit of a shrug and say, I don't really do it all that often. I was just watching how you and Say do it, and mimicking some of your techniques.
I think I'm going to be out of the job with the cafe.
No, say you can still do the cafe, but fuck. She takes out her phone and she'll like step back so she can get like a picture of this.
Aveline's taking out her phone and taking a picture too. Actually, she's gonna be very careful about how she takes this picture, because she kind of has a little bit of a plan to do with it. Kind of posing it and making sure that it's perfect on her phone before putting it away.
Hey, Evelyn.
Mm-hmm.
Say takes a hand that she's been spraying with black spray paint on her thumb and just sticks her thumb on Evelyn's nose. Got ya!
And Aveline's just gonna very lightly pet her nose and see if any of the paint comes off.
Oh, there's paint on her nose.
I'm actually kind of debating whether or not this is one of her triggers. You'll probably notice she gets very agitated at that, but what she's gonna do is she's gonna go take one of the cans and kind of spray her hand a bit, and then she's just kind of gonna lightly place her hand over your face. Probably a purple paint, and she's just kind of like put her handprint on your face.
And when Evelyn's hand moves away, it was very clear that Say was grinning. That's the spirit. Now let's get you a mustache. And she starts spraying black on her thumb again.
No, I don't need a mustache. I don't need a mustache.
That's dumb.
Oh, but you need the stash.
No, I don't need a stash. I don't think I'd look good with one, and she's kind of backing away.
And Lucas, oh, I should probably roll Just sneaking up behind her. I can roll.
Well,
I
Aveline
think. What is
probably
this?
sees you coming.
Will she? Can I make that like I think stealth?
Dex and stealth versus
Dex and stealth.
perception alertness.
Motherfucker.
Hold on.
Wait, I still have heightened senses on. Yeah, for activating it earlier. How does that lower my difficulty?
By your aspect dots.
Where's the thing I kept you up here?
Aspect stat.
You tried
Oh,
to-
so only by 2. What's the difficulty?
Standard, I think.
I see your shenanigans.
God damn it! Freaking defender. I got 2 6. Well, I got 2 successes. So I didn't. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she probably sees you coming, and she's probably backing away from you now.
Well, it's
Emily,
safe from
help!
one
We don't
side.
need a mustache.
Well, it's safe from one side and Lucas from the other. Aveline's going to get cornered pretty fast.
Um,
However, as soon as she's cornered, say darts out with her thumb and just smears the black paint across Lucas's cheek.
Oh, Lucas like, oh, this means war.
wait, Aveline's paint on her hand probably hasn't dried, so she's probably come over and traced a mustache on him with the purple
Oh,
paint.
and Lucas quickly pull a couple of his paints and kind of smear some on them.
Well, since they're doing it, Eve's gonna like walk up to Crimson with her fingers, and she's gonna like mush his face, like his cheeks. Who's a cute set tight? Who's a cute set tight? She's like rubbing her fingers on your face, Crimson.
And actually, Lucas is gonna take his brush. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
As she's doing that to him, he's gonna go, I don't know, and he's gonna grab her face and smear the combination of like black and green and maybe some like tans or browns on her cheeks and right
She's
next
camo
to the
now.
I'm just leaving.
And Lucas is gonna quickly, but probably a little crudely, try to get a black circle around Aveline with a line down it, make it try to look like a monocle.
She's probably trying to back away while you do this.
You're cornered.
Considering she's probably cornered, you probably very well succeed at it, although you probably smear it quite a bit as she's struggling.
Yeah. It's a little like smeary, but he's a little like cheerio.
And she'll just give you a look, and she's gonna probably reach for the purple can, spray more in her hand, and then just kind of
And Lucas
mush her
is gonna
hand on her
dart
face
away.
again.
Lucas is going to. Oh, wait. Can I make a roll to dodge that?
God damn it!
Yeah.
Is it Dex Athletics?
Yep.
So I have 1 dice.
Dex and Brawl.
Nope.
Or, yeah, Dex and Brawl to smack him.
So unless you botch,
Oh, that was close. I rolled a 1, but I have a 7, so that's okay. I rolled 1.
so wait, you failed, I failed. I think it goes
No,
to
no.
the defender.
No. I have a success. I rolled a 7 and a 9, but I also had a 1.
Okay. Well, regardless, with the two over at the snake painting, smearing paint on each other, and now Aveline and Lucas doing it, Say's actually backed off a bit and is just standing with a broad grin on her face watching the two groups for a moment, before she goes and grabs some orange spray paint of her own and starts painting a large, almost circular shape. And by large, I mean it's like 10 feet tall and just having to use a crate to go and stand and do the top.
And the paint war continues. By the way, she's probably taking a can out, and she's just like, I hope you don't like your clothes.
Oh, but I do. Starts running away.
And she'll just kind of chase after him. Probably not even really spraying it, but she's just chasing.
Okay, that's 3 successes on my graffiti, and now time for self-control.
How many successes on your graffiti?
3 successes on the self-control. Just 3 on painting it.
Okay.
Yeah. You really don't have to worry about it until it's like 5 successes.
Yeah, I'm just double checking.
By the way, are there any more of the like cardboard things to paint on left?
Well, there's cardboard boxes scattered around, and there might be some more poster board, but it'll probably be in Say's bike.
Should probably go grab some of the poster board and maybe taking like let's see, 2 random colors. Just kind of like, guys, list off 2 random colors. She's just gonna grab them haphazardly.
Green and burnt orange.
Green and burnt orange. Ugh.
You said random colors.
Well, she's gonna take those 2 colors, and what do you want me to roll to paint? Or at least try to?
Charisma, expression.
Oh, I don't have expression dots. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh god.
You did good.
No, I'm just saying usually 1 success means Evelyn's not that proud of herself.
Oh no.
It's not enough to roll self-control, but anyone watching her, she's kind of sitting over this poster board and she's putting her all but with the colors she chose and the fact she doesn't know anything about spray painting, even if she's like trying to use the whole like putting the objects in front of it, like the broken glass to block it. Whatever she was trying to do didn't come out, and she kind of just kicks the board aside and puts the cans down.
Well, the phone call board skitters on over to where Say was standing, and she crouches down and picks it up, and very, very nearly gets herself lost in it before she just kind of shakes her head and looks up, turning it around to show everyone, "Hey, who did this? This is really good."
I don't think it's that good.
And Lucas would walk over and like, yeah, it's really good. I don't know why you guys get so down about work you don't think is very good. Take this as, I usually take it as a learning experience. You see what you did wrong, if you did wrong in your eyes, and you make it better.
Oh, there's nothing wrong about this one. This is an expressionist
Of course not. Yeah. I'm just saying.
And
Evelyn, don't be so down on yourself. Just like express your feelings with paint.
Yeah, like, and Eve will just take out or pick up the spray paint again, and she'll just like spray something on the wall haphazardly. She's not trying to make any picture. It's just she's letting out some frustration. And I guess I should roll for it, or should I just? Yeah.
Hey, if you want.
I'll roll.
Evelyn's set down her box to listen to all this, but she still looks a bit upset. Well, it's just, never mind. It's not worth bringing up.
Okay, hold on a second.
I could try again. I
Go ahead.
guess. And she's probably gonna grab another poster board, and this time, probably just taking like red and blue. She's gonna try again. Oh no.
Okay, now you've been triggered. But before we get to that,
And now she's upset,
but
and
before
I'm
we
probably
get
gonna
to
roll
that
self-control.
chart- Before we get to that chart, we're going to go to Rain, who a few hours ago would have received a text or phone call from saying that there's a general area in the warehouse district that she should totally go there because we're going to have an awesome time.
And she would show up fashionably, sort of late, as usual. And she'd just be wearing just casual, just very, very casual clothing, t-shirt, jeans, her usual favoriteest combat boots ever. And she just kind of opened the, oh, go ahead.
The scene that she would turn up to is there was a warehouse door that was slightly open with a car and a big red Harley and a black Say's black bike sat inside. And the scene would be kind of a mess. It was a storage warehouse with lots of wooden crates, wooden pallets and cardboard boxes just all over metal shelves and stacked on the floor and stuff. There was a long mural that had a big punch, like a mark in the middle of it where it looked like someone had punched it. There was a boat with this big squiddy kraken-y thing coming out of it, and next to it there was a big, really, really nice, and you're going to have to roll self-control for this in a minute, painting of a snake on the wall. And then on the opposite wall there was like a 10-foot tall, bright orange, almost circular phoenix. There were cans of spray paint scattered around on the floor. There were bits of foam core scattered around on the floor with paintings on them. And then there were 5 people inside, most of whom had paint on and around their face in various colours.
Well, let's get the self-control roll out of the way, because that decides what happens.
Oh, she botched.
Hang on.
Oh fuck, Aveline.
I was going to see a play.
Oh,
tonight.
Aveline is upset. Okay.
Okay,
Just some more describe
let's
why she's so
handle
upset.
Rain first. Let's handle Rain first, then we'll handle you, okay?
Okay.
Give me a minute to open up my sheet here.
You'd be
Take-
rolling your self-control. I could always get you that
Yeah.
number.
I think it's 4.
Probably.
Yeah, 4. Okay, I'm good.
God damn it.
Okay, so Aveline has bought.
Rain actually getting one final note for Rain is there is a small amplifier on the floor with an iPod plugged into it, and it's playing very loud pirate metal music.
So Rain will enter, and she'll be in alone right now. She had actually parked her brand new shiny bike away from the area that she's in, behind something. And upon seeing everybody else's stuff in the certain area, she's just gonna kind of call out to say and be like, "Can I bring my bike here?"
And now we will deal with Char.
Yep.
Just more of a note to the storytellers. The reason why this is kind of happening is it goes off perfectionist stuff.
I know.
Oh, yeah, we know.
Yep.
So is this that you triggered into a frenzy?
No, she's triggered her bipolarism.
So she's about to scream at us.
Yeah.
I'm kind of trying to figure out how to go about this.
You literally need. She's about to have an explosive fit of anger. Like, she could even lunge at one of us. She wouldn't go to, like, see the shit out of us, but as somebody who's witnessed somebody who has bipolar.
Oh yeah.
Well,
You're gonna
first
snap
off,
thing.
what you're probably going to hear from across the room is this really, really
there's
loud,
Donkey Dog.
frustrated cursing. Like, it's getting more colorful than the paint on her face. She's picked up this piece. She is tearing it apart.
So cute.
The cans that she used, she's probably kicked them off to the side. And she's probably charging on out of the building right now.
Lucas upon.
Sorry, go first.
Go ahead. Lucas is probably really watching her tear up the boat and trying to stop her and be like, "Hey, whoa, hey, calm down. It's
Char,
So to
Sorry.
get in her way,
that's the target for your
Yeah.
anger.
she's aiming a punch for your face.
oh shit."
Text and brawl.
You're so lucky she has none. Hold on. Wait, do I have any brawl dots? Nope. Dex.
Actually, Lucas probably wanted to see this coming. Well, I don't know. Oh, sorry.
I knew you were talking to me too. I got some money.
So she goes for a swing, and do I need to make
She-
a roll, or
She's
oh,
probably.
misses?
Lucas, if you
She's
don't
coming
make
at
a
you
roll,
and she
she's
swings,
gonna
but
hit
she
you.
misses.
Oh, wait, hold on, two people talking. Sorry. Matt, what were you saying?
If you don't make a roll to avoid it, she's gonna hit you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you failed. Because
Yeah.
you would always botch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unless you botch.
Okay, I only failed. One
Um,
and a 9.
so what happens when we
Defender?
both fail? Question mark.
Ties go to the
Defender?
defender, right?
Yep.
Gosh.
So Lucas missed.
She
Lucas
just
is probably
barely.
caught off guard, and he probably he goes to, but he probably kind of trips a little. That's why he kind of
He
is able to
trips.
avoid it.
Yeah, he barely trips out of the way. And meanwhile, she was probably not even paying attention to where her punch was going. All she knew was you're in her way, and now her center of attention is on you for getting in her way.
Well, Say would have raised a hand and started waving to Rain, but then she notices Aveline starts screaming and tearing up her painting, and she hops down off the crate that she was stood on and starts hurrying on over about the time that she takes a swing at Lucas.
So Rain kind of being in front of all this is going to be awkward Rain. And she is going to attempt to smother hug Evelyn.
There's another target for your rage.
What do I roll for a hug?
If Aveline doesn't want to be touched, it'll probably be Dex and Brawl.
Yeah, and Aveline's going to be rolling Dex Brawl at you too, even though it's only one dice.
Yeah, because it's like a clinch.
God damn it! She has
Also,
no dice.
you roll Dex Athletics to dodge.
Char, just a quick question. For every Dex Brawl roll you've rolled, hasn't it been a 3?
Yep.
I found a way.
Yeah, basically,
Oh,
I have
she's
two
getting
dice.
hugged.
I have no brawl.
Aw, she's getting hugged.
Are you hugging her from behind or back?
She's just trying to find any way to hold her that she can and literally just hold her.
What would Aveline's appropriate response be?
What?
Depends on the person.
It's your character.
Yeah.
You're
If she's
really
still the
angry.
target of your anger.
Like,
Well-
I know when I lose my shit, if you hold me, I calm down. But I know some
Well,
people that if you touch them, they'll lose their shit. So it's up to you.
How cuddly of a person is Aveline?
Well, considering she told a drunk guy to piss off.
Then she's probably really angry right now.
So struggles, that's Dex what to try to get out of it?
Brawl.
Yeah, Dex Brawl.
Well, at least this wasn't a 3.
Well, it's one success.
That's one success.
Hey guys,
What do
I
I
know what I'm
roll to
investing in
keep
this
her?
time.
Dex Brawl.
Oh.
Yeah, guys, she was
The,
not optimized for combat.
The clinch has already been. If you've already grabbed a hold of the person, it's just a contested strength check.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
so I have 2 dice.
You might have a chance here then.
So roll one more
Nope.
die. Char.
Well,
One. Oh.
well,
Well, that works.
well,
And Range is gonna be like, hey, shh, calm down. Calm
I have
down.
a question. Would you think to use Dominate while this? Like, is she pissed off enough?
Someone?
Hmm?
Can she make eye contact with someone?
Well, she's kind of looking Rain right in the face while trying to struggle out.
Is Rain making eye contact?
No.
How are you avoiding her eye contact?
Well, she's not trying to kiss you, so she's holding you. She's not gonna look right in your face.
Okay, I'm gonna say she
Um,
can't dominate.
No
I don't know about that. If
kiss.
you're face to face with her, if Aveline draws her head back and says like,
She's more like
uh,
holding her like legitimately in a hug, like head on the shoulder, like a hug.
hmm.
Not like the hug like I'm gonna make out with you kind of hug.
Yeah, but if Aveline leaned her head back, would she be able to look you eye to eye?
I'm going to say no, because it's really hard to do that if someone's like holding you firmly.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's holding you down though. Like,
Oh
no.
God. I.
What is Lucas doing? She's coming at you.
Yeah, Lucas is like really just surprised, like, but he's probably like gonna get up quickly and he's gonna go up to Aveline and actually he's probably going to foolishly like look her in the eye, like literally he would look her in the eye and try to calm her down by just like looking at her and say, hey,
Oh,
just calm down, it's all everything's
You're
gonna
in
be
your
all
girlfriend's
right.
way.
There's your eye contact.
Thank you for giving me so. And she's just gonna look at you and say, "Run!" Dominate one.
Roll it.
Okay, I believe that's manipulation, intimidation.
And it's against my willpower, correct? Or that's his difficulty?
You're all right. So manipulation, intimidation. Am I right about that?
Yep, it
Yes.
is manipulation intimidation versus the target's current willpower points. That's the difficulty.
How many points have you
It went
used,
away.
Lucas?
Hold on.
It went
I'm
away
pretty sure
in
it's
less.
6, but hold on.
It went away
Derp
in
derp.
less than 5.
It's loading just a second. God damn it.
At this point, Eve's marching over there, and she's gonna try to make eye contact with Aveline. I'm gonna try to activate Serpentis so I
It's
can
his.
make her fucking
his
hold
thing.
still.
Where's the bank?
So,
Okay, let's just solve this Lucas and Aveline thing, and then we'll get on to Eveline's thing.
yep. So I got 2 successes on that.
Yep.
Okay, Lucas is. Lucas, you feel entirely compelled to run on the spot. But, like, maybe you should run in a direction, any direction.
Yeah, he's probably like since he's probably like facing her, he's gonna be like running in the opposite direction. He's gonna like run straight back.
Notice I kind of just imagine Lucas running circles around them.
I think he'll either run like hit a wall or a crate or something. I'm pretty sure, but depends on like where Aveline was looking at the moment.
Oh, well,
Okay, 1 second, chart. Kitten, your Serpentis roll.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what that is for Serpentis 1. Dave?
What, Serpentis 1? Let me read out,
That's the one where you look in the eyes.
yeah, the hypnotic one.
no roll
roll
is
of this power can be avoided if the mortal takes care. Not vampires and other supernatural creatures can be affected by this power if the Canaanites player succeeds on a willpower roll, difficulty 9.
Okay, so I roll my willpower.
Yes, you do.
Well, that's 1 success.
I think that effectively freezes her.
You can take no actions until she either breaks eye contact or someone attacks you.
So right now she's in an awkward hug with Rain looking into the eyes of Everly.
And it's
She
at this
stopped
point-
struggling at least,
and
but
it's
she's
at this
kind of
point
just
that
standing.
Say arrives on the scene. One hand moves to press gently against Aveline's back, the other moves to take one of her wrists. Hey, you alright? And then she glances over at Eve. What the hell's going on? Because presumably Aveline has just almost gone limp.
I'm calming her down.
Is there anything I can roll to calm down while I'm frozen?
Oh, it'll probably chilled you the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ryan, I think you can let go of her now.
Quick question, Dave. When I activated this, does it make my eyes all glowy and...
No, but your eyes look like serpents. Like
Okay.
They look like reptile eyes.
That's right.
Said the kindred's eyes become gold with large black irises.
So you're seeing my snake eyes, motherfucker.
Snake eyes, motherfucker. But Aveline's just gonna kind of sit there, just very calmly looking into your eyes. It's not like she really has any choice. She just finds them so, I guess, calming.
All
And she just
glory to the
continues to
Hypno
say,
Eve. All glory to the Hypno Eve.
Oh my god.
But do you break eye contact?
Not yet.
Say is trying to prise Rain off of Aveline. Is Rain still about?
Yeah, Rain is going to, once she's calmed down, stop hugging her and back away.
She's just kind of standing there frozen, looking to Everly's eyes.
And she'll be like, well, hello everyone.
Quick question: is Lucas gonna when he's running? Is he gonna hit like a wall or a crate or?
No,
What's
we're
going on
just
with
keep
that?
running.
Oh, just running around.
Cross
Running
country.
circles around everyone.
So what's he do when he gets to the end of the warehouse?
Turns around and starts running back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just going probably straight back, stopping the crate or whatever's in front of him.
If
Run
anything,
out,
he only got,
run.
I only got 2 successes, so
Okay, so once Rain was off, Aveline, Say would wrap an arm carefully around her because she knew for a fact that she was stronger than Rain, and by proxy that means she knew she was stronger than Aveline. So the girl probably wasn't going anywhere, and then she glances at Eve, kind of almost warily.
Eve closes her eyes so she breaks the eye contact, shakes her head, and she'll move back to stand beside Crimson, hands her pockets.
I think we can have another self-control roll here for Aveline.
oh god, I'm kind of scared. Well, I got a success. Hey guys, self-control dice, they're useful.
And Say slides around in front of Aveline, just looking down at her. Or up at her, probably. And she pulls a cloth out of her pocket and just starts dabbing paint off her face. Hey, you okay, girl?
So, this is more a question because I never really thought about it, but would Aveline kind of remember what she's just done?
Would it be a little
Bipolars
bit
usually
fuzzier?
do.
Yeah, it's not like you don't remember it. It's not like split personality. It's,
Nah.
Yeah,
She
stuff
might
like
actually
Lucas.
start kind of slumping down to her knees upon finally gaining control of herself.
And Say follows her down to the floor.
Not again. Not again.
Oh, don't worry about it. Happens to us all.
She's more or less muttering underneath her breath. Not again.
And Say leans back, leaning her head over slightly. Hey, someone give me this girl's guitar.
Eve will head over and grab it since poor Lucas is still running.
And as he's doing that, Lucas is kind of slowing down. I don't know,
Rain will actually text Lucas and be like, hey, where the fuck did you go?
No, isn't Lucas still in the building? I think we said he's just
Yeah,
wall
he's
to
just
wall.
running by
Yeah.
the building.
Running wall to
We
wall.
just see him running
him.
back and forth.
It's like he's running
Now,
suicide.
Quick question: how does it feel like after he's like, this has happened. Like, he's like, what come over me or something? Like, can you explain that real quick
Yeah,
to me?
pretty much. It's like, well, I no longer have a desire to run. That was a bit odd.
Kind of like Forrest. It's like in Forrest Gump when he decided to like run across the country.
And
And one
like,
day, stopped.
he's just like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. Lucas like, after he gets to that wall, he's about to start again, but he just stops and he's like, he looks around like, okay, I don't know why. I just really wanted to run there. So he's just shaking his head like, yeah. And he's gonna turn. So how's Evelyn? As he's kind of looking, not
She's
at her, like eye to eye. He's
putting the ball on the floor, kind of hugging her knees to her chest.
Did Eve bring over Aveline's guitar?
Yes.
Okay, and Say would take it off her and pretty much push it into Aveline's hands. Hey, why don't you play me something pretty?
And she'll look up and actually kind of give a bit of a nod to say no. I don't think I could do that right now.
Eve Kraut. Come on. We love it when you play music.
And she'll very lightly, at least kind of crisscross, but she has her face in her hands. I'm so sorry about that.
Lucas will sit next to her. He's like, don't worry about it. Hey, it's all good. You're fine. You didn't like,
Yeah,
because
come
Lucas can kind of relate to kind of.
Yeah, come on. Why don't you just play anything for us? And Say leans forwards and goes mwah against Aveline's forehead, and then leans back. And goes, Blah! Oh.
Just kind of giggle a bit at that, looking up to see whatever color paint Lucas had put on her face, on your lips.
What? Say it again.
What colour paint were you using?
Black.
Okay, Say now has black lips.
It's a good look for you today.
Oh, but it tastes fucking horrible. Oh.
And Aveline's kind of like wiping her cheek, which probably has a bit of, I was almost about to say ketchup tears.
Aww.
She's like crying a bit, rubbing it in, and then it's kind of mixing up with the paint, and she just looks at her hand. Does anyone have anything to clean up my hands before I use my guitar?
Say offers the rag that she was just most recently dabbing against the paint that was on Aveline's face. There's clean spots on it.
And she'll take it and she'll just kind of wipe her hands. So nobody's hurt, right?
No.
Meanwhile,
Well, tired, but.
Why didn't anyone tell me it was so horrible?
I just thought you knew enough to eat paint. Shit.
Well, I've never eaten it before, have I?
Well, hopefully you were raised not right and told not to eat that.
Well, it's not exactly flavored.
Oh, it tastes like deodorant.
And I was guessing Evelyn was covered in paint when I hugged her.
Yep,
yeah,
you're
we're all
covered in paint now.
Awesome.
Well, it's probably just the side of her face, because
Yeah.
it's only really on her face. So if anything, it's just a bit in your hair. There's probably a bit of like black and purple and some other kind of paint.
Probably be on your shoulder as well.
Well, if she's already covered in paint, she's actually going to walk up to Lucas now that he stopped his marathon of running in the building, and she's going to walk up and hug him because that's like her brother to her, so she's going to hug
Well,
him.
right now, currently, Lucas is sitting on the floor next to Aveline, rubbing her back or her shoulder.
Well, then she'll sit next to you and like hug your arm. And she'll actually look to Evelyn and she'll go, "Sorry if you didn't like the hugging. When Aaron used to have his fits, I used to have to smother him and it would calm him down. But I used to lay on top of him. I didn't feel the floor was appropriate for you."
And she'll just shake her head. Well, at least you stopped me.
And then she'll kind of look back to Everly and be like, yeah, sure.
And she's gonna look over at Everly. What the bloody hell did you use on me?
I don't know what you're talking about. Drugs.
Golden eyes, black slits.
Um,
Hey, come on, Evelyn, why don't you play something? Hey, what about that David Bowie song you sang the other day?
Which one was that? It was the one that lady in the bar, Crimson Spot, suggested. Which one was it? And she's kind of tapping her chin.
It doesn't matter to me, just play anything. How about Dance Magic Dance?
Well, she was talking about singing a sea shanty earlier. And she's gonna pick up a guitar, and making sure that she's not exactly smothering her guitar in paint. She's gonna start strumming in. That. I'm so sorry.
or self-control, Toreadors.
So, while you guys are rolling, it's just gonna be a very simple beat, but whatever variation to it, whatever she's singing, which is gonna be, I'll probably end up singing it, but I guess the tables have turned.
Yep. Alright, I got 1 success, I got 3 successes. Lucas, how many did you get?
3.
Alright, Rain, how many successes do you get?
1, dear.
1. So
So
we're all
everyone's-
good.
Say just leans back from where she's knelt on the floor in front of Aveline and just kind of watches her.
The sea shanty that she's singing is named Leave Her Johnny. And essentially it goes along, and I thought I heard the old man sing, leave her Johnny, leave her, tomorrow you will get your pay, and it's time for us to leave her.
Meanwhile,
Leave...
Say glances up, whilst Aveline's distracted, Say glances up to Eve very subtly, like you can explain something to me later.
They're new boots.
You just kind of shrug. And she keeps looking back at Aveline, who's playing this music, and then she'll move over to Crimson, and she'll kind of pull him close and kind of tug him into a slow dance. Something calm to unwind after all of that.
I'm disappointed, senpai. But right now, Aveline's kind of enraptured in her music, so... In the meantime, she is fully focusing on her music, and the world around her does not matter.
Do you think they'd let me make out with the hot dwarf?
Random
They'd let me make
Well,
out with the hot dwarf.
What?
Hey, Lucas. That hot dwarf, though.
anyway. You can hear your girlfriend
Oh,
talking.
sorry.
The funny thing is, Lucas is the farthest thing from a dwarf.
I know. She's probably ordering something. But, so, Dave, you still around?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so Eve has grabbed you, and now she's trying to slow dance with you.
He'll just go along with it. He's done a bit of painting already. Why not add dancing to that?
Yep. You should roll for that, so see if he steps on her feet. But while she's that close to him, she's going to kind of very quietly, so she'll probably be rolling like subterfuge for this. She's going to basically be like, what do I tell them when they ask me about my eyes? Oh, you're stepping on my feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, motherfucker! Comes in!
Okay, is anyone in the position to listen in on that? Because Say's not, because she's like, Avelin's playing the acoustic guitar.
Lucas might have, but he's more focused on the kind of like trying to comfort Evelyn at the moment.
I'm just gonna roll a fate die and positive she might. I'll roll to
You
see if she
said-
wants to hear it.
You said that Aveline was focusing entirely on her music.
Never mind, I'm fine. I was just gonna roll a fate die to see whether or not she cared enough.
Okay, no subterfuge roll is needed. Ken. We are totally not paying attention.
Yep.
So what do you say back, Dave? That's Crimson.
For now, you play dumb.
Good, because there are other camis here, and I don't think other camis are gonna like what I have.
And he doesn't even glance around before saying, "No one will like you knowing that."
Either way, she keeps close to Crimson, even though he's stepping on her feet.
Every now and then, it's on purpose.
I'm a dick. Just swat him. Fucking stop.
Oh no. Can you still adopt me? Can I?
So Say would glance up at Rain and give a smile and a wave finally. By the way, it's fine if you want to bring your bike in. Hell, we all have.
No paint on her though, okay? Promise?
Hey, I'm fairly sure if paint gets on mine or Eve's bikes, we'd just fucking tear someone a new arsehole.
Okay, good. And she'd actually go out, and it would take her a little while because she parked her bike a bit far away and walked in. And she actually wouldn't turn her bike on. She'd pretty much walk it in. She wouldn't want to make a lot of noise. And I'll link you all her bike. Although it's on her Twitter, because, yeah.
I'm afraid you missed the free expression zone, as you can see, and she points around her at all the various different bits of painting on the walls and other people.
Evelyn started playing Ziggy Stardust, by the way, just because the She's shanties go very shortly.
After a little bit, Lucas is gonna get up, kind of walk towards his car, and just kind of whisper to himself.
Where's the?
Yeah, kind of whispers to himself. I wish I could have been that lucky.
Nice.
So anyway, I mean, everyone want to come around and have a look at my bar?
And that's Rain's bike, by the way, that she just pulled in.
Lucas outside for a second.
It's opened up just on the other side of town. Well, I say opened up, I mean it, took over.
Sure, I'd be up for it.
That's the best part.
Say stands up, offering both hands down to Aveline to help her up.
And Evelyn probably, maybe not even really finishing her song, will just take the hand and pull herself up, kind of brushing off her clothes and kind of feeling if the paint on her face is still dry, if it's dry or wet.
It's tacky, but it's not wet.
And she'll just kind of frown as she kind of wipes her face. I'm really sorry about earlier.
Say laughs gently and runs a few fingers and a thumb over Aveline's face trying to get paint off. Hey, here's an idea. Why don't we all go get washed up and then meet back at my my bar for a few drinks?
Gladly do so. So, I'm gonna need to ride back to my place so I can wash off.
Oh, no worries, I can get one for you.
And she'll grin. She'll probably start heading over to the bike to start putting her stuff away.
Right, I'll text you all where the location is. See you in about an hour.
And that Eve's gonna drag Crimson to her bike. Let's go shower together, babe.
We'll follow her right onto the bike and give her a bit of a nod. Taking one last opportunity to smear paint on her face, giving her a nice green mustache.
You'll pay for that when we get back.
I'm sure you will.
Eve giggles and they get on their bike and zoom zoom.
And Say's clearing up spray paint and stuff, the cans of spray paint, sticking them in her bike. And she picks up the two. I'm guessing Eve took the skyline that Say painted.
Oh yeah, that's gonna like go in her room forever.
Then she'll take up the collaborative effort that she did with Eve and just look at it slow for a few seconds and offer it over to Rain. Hey, you want this? Me and Evie drew it, painted it.
And she'll gladly take it. Her apartment needs some sprucing up.
See you in about an hour, yeah?
Sure, I'll meet you guys there.
Cool, see you around. And she'd get on the bike with Aveline and drive off. Final thoughts, anyone?
Not really.
Okay, just give me a second. If anyone has any final thoughts, feel free to speak up with them. Or is everyone just like, I am out of there?
Out of there.
You probably have paint all over your back, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anything wet, Aveline just kind of has her face against Say's back.
It was cool. It was paint. Well, it's tacky, so Aveline's face will be stuck to Say's back.
Oh no.
Aw.
Ouch. That's gonna hurt when she tries to pull away.
It'll just be a bit annoying, really. Okay, so I am wrapping up the scene. As the warehouse stands with its open door and all the paintwork inside of it, we cut the image to the top of the next warehouse over, where there is a tall, slender figure just staring down at this open doorway, having watched several kindred ride off into the night. And then it slowly descends and moves into the warehouse. And that is where we end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watcher, for watching. And good night for another episode of Vampire the Masquerade Independence.